Hey folks, Lignar here from Epic Podcast. Welcome to Epic Update number 3. And I am in desperate need of a haircut. I didn't realize that until I got on the camera here. Anyway, quick news updates for a few things that came out since we did our podcast Wednesday night. The first was yesterday, today's Friday, so yesterday, Thursday, the 20th of February, some PR and dev folks from Blizzard kind of went around the world. There was folks sent to Seoul, Korea, folks sent to San Francisco, which I guess isn't really around the world compared to Irvine, and to Versailles. There's been a lot of information come out of those, some of the interviews with the devs and PR folks. I don't think any of that really gave us any groundbreaking information, maybe a little bit here and there. Nothing that really caught my eye too much. There are videos from the playtest sessions from the press folks and the fan sites that got invited to these events, and that's where the new information's coming out of. It's really not that groundbreaking in my opinion, partly because some of the videos were just people going in and towning up a tune and going and playing, and some of the talents have changed, the level 100 talents, from what we saw at BlizzCon. There's also one MMO champion and Wowhead. There's links to all this stuff and kind of highlights of all of it too. There are spoilers on MMO champion. They're blacked out. You have to highlight it, mouse over it, and all that kind of stuff to read it, but you've been warned. I did read it, and I think the community's kind of overreacting to it. It's a spoiler for Shadow Moon Valley, which is the first zone the Alliance plays through, not the overall story, and for all we know, it's just a MacGuffin. It's a plot device that gives us motivation to continue. And on top of it all, the talent changes, the mechanics changes, the item squish stuff they talk about, the story spoilers, whatever. It's not even in beta yet, folks. I mean, it could all change. They could completely change their mind. So I think maybe there's a little bit of an overreaction. And on top of that, when the beta gets here, people who are in the beta are going to talk about it. It's going to get streamed and people are going to talk about it. There's going to be videos on YouTube. It's going to be all over the place. So if you don't want the spoilers, it's up to you to avoid them. It really, really is. I know nobody wants to unfollow everybody on Twitter, and no one wants to stop reading MMO Champion and all that sort of stuff, but you know it's going to be there. You can't expect everybody else to conform to what you expect. It's up to you. I'm sorry it sucks. I know it sucks. I hate it too, because I hate when The Walking Dead and I'm a few days behind and it's on my DVR and somebody puts it on Twitter. Or I go to a mainstream news site and it's there that this person died. I hate it, but unfortunately, it's the world we live in. You can't expect everybody else to conform to the way you want them to be online. It's kind of up to you to avoid them. Kind of sucks, I know. Other things that came out news-wise, not necessarily WoW-related and not from the press tour, is that the upcoming Diablo 3 patch, it's going to lead us into Reaper of Souls, is going to require you to use the Battle.net desktop launcher. I'm really surprised StarCraft hasn't done this yet. They just had a major patch that made the arcade free and kind of changed some of the underlying systems of StarCraft, but I'm really surprised they haven't done it yet. Maybe they're waiting for Legacy of the Void. I think it's pretty safe to assume, especially based off of some of the photos that we saw from the press tour with the desktop launcher on a monitor in the background, that Warlords is going to require. I think all Blizzard games going forward, I think Heroes is going to require it like Hearthstone does now. I think Heroes of the Storm will require it. So I think all Blizzard games going forward will require this launcher, and if you're a Diablo player, or if you are someone who played Diablo and went back to WoW or whatever, and you're wanting to play Reaper of Souls, you just haven't touched it in a while, you need to go get the desktop launcher if you don't already have it. It's going to optimize your files. I don't know if you've been through that. My memory says it's going to it optimizes when you do the desktop launcher install. Anyway, that's about it for this week. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, later guys.